And welcome back again to our channel. This is Selma J, your self care coach, here again, talking about self care. And this week, we're talking about stop letting them drain you. Interesting topic, huh? So let's get into this really quickly. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit about this. We're here to kind of help you reset, refocus, and take your life back, and taking your life back through intentional self care. And here's where the real conversation begins about real life and change. Let me say something. Everybody cannot have access to you. No, they can't. And still expect for you to be whole because some of you are just plain tired, drained, overwhelmed, frustrated because we have a problem. And that problem is people tend to drain us from conversations, from just giving our all, always showing up, always helping, always being available. But when it comes to you, we're on empty. And that's just not a good thing. So let's be honest. If you are tired and overwhelmed and drained, drop a little comment in the chat so we can identify and know who you are, because I know I'm not by myself, because I have to take the same practices that I'm teaching you and apply them to my life. Because at one point you could say I was just all over the place, and that is listening to problems and trying to solve problems and be everybody's catch all, and that will drain the life out of you. It will take everything away from you. So when you're drained, just because people are asking too much, what is it that you think that you should do? Because I know, yes, you're tired. You don't have the energy that you used to have. And it's really hard for us to say no. But no is a power word because it gives you your power back. And we always say yes when we really want to say no. And that yes starts to cost you your peace. And we don't want that today. We want to be able to set boundaries that are truthful. Yes, the truth. Not everyone deserves access to us. Your time is valuable, your energy is valuable, and most of all, your peace is valuable. And you are the first person that need to realize that, because when you allow people to overstep into past your comfort zone, that takes away from you. It takes away from your energy. It takes away from your productivity. It takes away from everything. So, what we want to do is to take a look at that so you're ready to make a change. We want you to drop the word boundaries in the chat to let everybody know that you're going to begin to set boundaries. And that means I won't say that you're not supposed to help, but you're supposed to know your capacity, that you can help. You can't give all of yourself. You can give part of yourself, which is what we're all supposed to do. And in leadership, no matter your job, your everyday job, your family, everything has to have boundaries. You have to have that me time, that me space. You have to have that time that you want to give to your family. You have to have time that you want to give to your job. And you have to just say, this is where I draw the line. I'm spending this time with this situation, this amount of time with that situation, and plan out your time. And never forget to schedule in you. Never forget to schedule in you. And that's protecting your peace. That is protecting your peace. You don't have to overextend yourself. You don't have to do more than more than necessary. When you give and sacrifice your peace, that makes people uncomfortable because they can feel that you're at ease, not at ease, and also it makes you uncomfortable. So by protecting your peace, you're not being selfish. It's wisdom. And that's what I want you to do is to activate your wisdom around your boundaries. I want you to say this. I protect my peace at all costs. Say it again and mean it this time. You're protecting your peace at all costs. Everything else, everything else will take its place. But you have to have your peace. You have to have your boundaries. And I want us this week to look at what you do. Look at one thing differently. I want you to just say no to one thing. Limit your access time. Step back from something that is really draining you. Small boundaries create big peace. Everything takes self reflection. And I want you to look at this week what is really taking and draining your energy. It could be something so simple, and it could be something uh, so simple that just eliminating it wouldn't really hurt much, but it would give you a peace of mind. If it's limiting one conversation, if it's limiting um, speaking to a person, if it's limiting doing a particular function that has no no real meaning, but you do it just because someone asked you to do it. So next week we're going to dig a little bit deeper into the things that make us uncomfortable, that make us miserable, and have us just totally drained. And that's, well, not really drained, but we're going to look at the things that are hurting us. And that's another subject, is that we have to be able to have our peace, have our calm, and also release hurt. So we're going to be talking about these simple things that help you lower your blood pressure naturally, help you have a better way of thinking, and to be more peaceful within yourself. That's what this is, the self-care that we're talking about today. We're really talking about emotional self-care. And it's a part of mental self-care, because if you're emotionally not happy or satisfied, you also are mentally not healthy or on the right path. So if we start here and start looking at the foundations of things that keep us happy, that's the beginning. And that's what I want to keep you aware of, is that you're important. Your time matters too. You are not just a giver. You need to receive. And that receiving, if it can't come from anyone else, it will come from you. So I want you to take out time, think about what we said this evening, and I just want you to kind of just go over it, because next week we will be actually doing this again. I have to get my timing together in order to make sure this airs at 5 p.m. But remember, it'll be 5-ish, but it will be on a Tuesday, and we will be talking about self-care, because it is something that is most definitely helpful. And if it's not practiced, it's harmful for you to be without it. So I want you to like this video. I want you to subscribe. I want you to share. And we'll have some more self-care tips, personal tips next week. So if you need to, I will put a link below for if you want to book your one-on-one session, or if you want to take a self-care assessment, that will be available to you. And I just want you to know that you must take care of your star player, and that's you. So until next week, this is Zelma J signing off, hoping that you Start to take care of your star player, and that's you. Bye for now.